Hello, my dear.
Hello, how are you?
How are
Nice to
you?
talk to you
Nice
today.
talking to you. And my overbearing correctness of you will be quite the pleasure. Your English has gotten improving, but you haven't had a lesson in quite a while.
Yeah,
And I see deterioration, my dear. Yes, now ask me any kind of question about the Middle East, about domestic,
you to talk to me about the Strait of Hormuz, how the American gonna weaponize the Iranian to take away the Strait of Hormuz and use it for proper trade.
ah, you see, the Strait of Hormuz is a rather small waterway in which Iran claims ownership of to a large extent, in which they want to close it, which would close much of the world's oil away from the world itself. It's in international waters, but the Iranians are an illegal criminal organization. They want to continuously attack Israel using surrogates to bomb and kill and murder the Israelis. They were behind the horrendous attack about a month or two ago, or was it a year? The time passes by. But they were behind it. Now all the leadership that was behind that particular atrocity against the Jews are dead. Thank God. And we're at war. We've been at war with Iran for 50 years. They've been killing Americans one way or the other. So now we're killing them. Now, this is not, don't mistake the Iranian people for the Iranian regime. The Iranian people want to rise up against the Iranian regime. But, and we'll maybe to define this, we'll call them Persians. In the ancient times, Iranians were called Persians. Much
Yeah,
more beautiful word than Iran.
but what it does mean, Iran?
Iran is a country in the Middle East.
What does that mean
What does
in
it?
their language?
Oh no, it means Iran. That they were just renamed that by colonial powers, I believe. Yes, because before they were an empire, the Persian Empire, many years ago.
Qing at that time?
They had who?
Qing.
They had Qing.
Yeah, like you say, it was an empire.
Yes.
That means they have king and emperor.
Oh, you know, my dear, it's not Qing. You're not the Qing of a land. You're the king of the land.
Yeah, the king of
No, my dear, I have to correct you. If you say Qing to somebody, they'll say Ching, like banging against something.
no king like the king of England.
My dear, as a false
King
thing.
like king,
No, it is king,
king,
the king
the
of
king,
England. It is not the king. And they had emperors, they had and
prince,
kings, and queens, yes, queens and emperors,
prince,
the
princess.
prince and princesses, yes.
But they don't have it anymore. We're talking about Ayatollah.
The Ayatollah is a religious order that is mixed in with politics, and they believe in a certain type of Islam that is very forced. For instance, many of the Islamic people who work with us, they go through their rituals, they wear a headdress, and they bow to Mecca, but it's not enforced; it's voluntary, much like we do in this century with Christianity. You're not forced to be a Christian. You do it voluntarily, don't you? When you pray incessantly in my house to the gods or God, the one true God, you don't do it because of somebody's making you. So you're doing it because you want to. See, they in that country, say the women there, right? The woman, you're a bad influence on me. No, the women there have to wear the headdress if they go out with just their hair freely, and they'll be beaten or killed. Yes.
It's a disaster.
Yes, it's a disaster for the Iranian people or the Persian people. Now, the Persian people have been demonstrating against the government there and being shot in the streets.
Yeah, but they are being killed.
Yes, they're being killed. Yeah.
This this is horrible.
Oh, it's horrible. And the thing is, now, a lot of people are speaking out against what Donald Trump is doing. If Donald Trump doesn't do this,
Person, how many people don't like what Donald Trump is doing in the fashion
I would say,
area?
I mean, polls are very deceptive. How many people
How many
say,
percent?
don't talk about percent because, for instance, um, that's a mood of somebody. Do you know how you feel about your family? You may love your family at one point,
Yeah.
and there may be pains in the butts. And that percentage will vary. Now, what has happened is, I'd say 1/3 of the country hates Donald Trump, no matter what he did. He could cure cancer, and they'd say, why didn't he do it fast enough? 1/3 of another third of the country loves Donald Trump. Donald Trump can do anything, and he can do no wrong. They love him because he loves them. And then another third of the country don't know what's going on. They live in their own little lives and they don't know politics and they don't know this or that. And all they know is gas prices are going up. Now, the reason why the battle has to be done now is that the Iranian regime are true believers. They believe that if they die for Allah or their version of Islam, they will go and have paradise. So they're willing to die for the cause. And they want to have atomic bombs in order to destroy Israel. Israel has atomic bombs itself. So by fighting this war now, Donald Trump is preventing a larger war in which there'll be a nuclear exchange between the two countries, in which the Israelis will be wiped out because of the smallness of the country.
Yeah, it's a small
It's
country.
it's a,
Compared to what country? They are small like what country?
oh, it's not, it's very, one of the smaller ones. It's smaller than Belgium. My God, and Belgium is barely a country.
Yeah,
No, yes,
it's more like
it's
Belgium.
small. No, it's smaller than New Jersey.
Yeah,
Are you familiar
it's a
with?
small like New Jersey.
It's smaller than New Jersey.
Wow.
It's small. It's tiny. It's tiny.
But why they have big mouth like this?
Well, because they're a very sophisticated country. There are only about 10 or 15 million Jews in Israel. There are that many Jews in New York or in the United States. Oh, not
But
all.
Iran compared to Israel, which one is bigger?
Oh my God, Iran is huge.
But you just said it to me. Iran is a small country like
No, Iran is immense. Iran has 100 million people within Iran.
yeah.
Israel has 10 million people thereabouts in Israel. In the size of the land of Israel is smaller than New Jersey. It's smaller than New York. Yes, it's like it's small, and you're not that familiar with the geography of the United States. It's as small as Long Island. No, not Long Island. Uh, um, um, I I don't even think there's a state as small as as Israel is, and it has a very small population. So when they speak about killing all the Jews, it's quite possible to do it. See, there's a myth that Jews control the world. There's not enough Jews to control the world. They're a very small population. If they're behind anything, they're certainly stretched out. And this whole talk about the Palestinians saying genocide, there are like somewhat about 5 million Palestinians. Now, if they were really conducting a war of genocide, there wouldn't be 5 million Palestinians. Now, what the Israelis have to do in order to preserve an Israeli state is they can't give full citizenship to the Palestinians because they'll be outpopulated. Say in your own country, if you gave full citizenship to Nigerians that were coming into the country, and the Nigerians had a higher birth rate, and an unlimited amount of Nigerians could come into the country. Pretty soon, your own country, which I cannot pronounce, would not exist, and your own culture would be devastated. You wouldn't want that, would you?
I want to ask you, we're talking about the oil of the Strait of Hormuz. Is it edible? Edible.
Edible?
Yeah.
You can't eat oil.
But why do people like to have a Strait of Hormuz oil
Uh,
if it's not edible?
the word you're using, I don't know what you're saying.
Like cooking oil? It's like cooking oil?
No, no, it's not. It's oil that fills your gas tank.
Ah, okay.
You see, what has happened is this. The United States is at this moment is has all the oil it needs because of fracking. Some people disagree with fracking is damaging to the environment. Much of the rest of the world is dependent on the oil that comes through the Straits of Hormuz.
Mhm.
Europe, um, China, certainly, um, almost the rest of the world. And that's why they're so excited. But what's happening is main oil producers in the world are America,
Mhm.
Soviet Union, the Middle Eastern states,
Mhm.
Saudi Arabia, and those countries. The Middle Eastern oil comes through the Strait of Hormuz, but there's no genocide going on against the Palestinian people. It's a lie. Do you know what genocide is?
Yeah, I know.
What is
Somebody
it?
who keep the people.
Yeah, just not kill the people, wipe out a race of people. To a man, every man, woman, and child.
I think they are very racist to black people.
Who in Israel?
No.
In
Europe.
oh yes, they have a chauvinism all their own. Um, they may share religion with them, but they also there's a war between in Islam itself. See, it's a religious war in
Uh-huh.
which they don't accept each other's interpretation of Islam. See, the difference between Christianity, let's say, and Islam. Christianity was produced originally by a pacifist, Jesus Christ, and it mixed in with pagan religions that had more of a warrior ethos, Odin, Zeus, and that other like. And they melded into each other.
Yeah.
So you have a warlike aspect of Christianity and a pacifistic thing,
Yeah.
which
But
makes it
you didn't answer my question. What is the American plan to free the Strait of Hormuz?
this
What
American
is the plan?
is to start killing the leadership of Iran until they have a regime change.
Yeah, but they don't care about that. They rather die.
Yes, and they all will. If you kill enough of them, you'll weaken the regime so that the people of Iran themselves, once you arm them, or the Persians, can overthrow the government. And see, what America is afraid of is what happened in Iraq. But in Iraq, you basically when we won World War II, you had a situation where it was called denazification. And anybody who worked for the Nazi regime were not allowed to be in the government. But that was a situation which, uh, to an extent, you could do that because the greater threat of the Soviet Union at that point meant the Germans would go along with it, and they would have been so devastated during the war that there was no longer any organic um, support of the regime. Now, in Iraq, what we did was we did the same thing, but it was a total miscalculation because the people there that we see, Iraq was controlled by Saddam Hussein. Now, and there were two versions of Islam. His was the minority version, but most of his support was within his minority party. So when
You still did not answer my
I
question.
am answering your question and you're not understanding me.
Yeah.
They do. You must understand this.
Go ahead.
What I am saying is this.
Yeah.
It is a totally different circumstance. Iran is much more homogeneous. Do you know what homogeneous means?
No.
homogeneous sum of the same race and the same religious order. They do have Kurds involved in there, and they have various minorities, but for the most part, 90% of all Iranians are Persian, and they are of the same religion.
Yeah.
So, therefore, if we overthrow the government of Iran, right, they will become a democracy and love us and make statues to Donald Trump because he is the only one who will have the chutzpah, as the Jews say, to overthrow the Iranian government. It's not a long-term war, but we're terrified of, we're so stupid in a way, these liberals and misguided conservatives, is that it would fall into a civil war. And you would have many refugees from who support the regime go into Europe and go into Turkey and various other countries and destabilize them. But that is not likely what will happen. And there might be something of that nature. The thing is, right now, there's an Islamic um,
Movement.
movement and invasion of Europe. It's like oil and water. They don't mix because they're intolerant. They're intolerant of Christianity,
Yeah.
and they're intolerant of. They're just not. They want to impose Sharia law, and they want to impose. And they'll say if you were going into a Muslim enclave. You know what an enclave is, right? Section
Yeah.
of Paris, and you had something low cut. They would consider you a whore and rape you. No, no, you don't want to be raped. And they've been doing that to white children and white adults when they wander into their
This is a
enclave.
dream.
And the Europeans there, the native Europeans, and the black people too are being rebelling against it because they basically want to impose their religious beliefs on the Europeans. It's an invasion, basically. And you do have European leadership who believe in a one world government. And you ask yourself, well, are they doing this? Because this is basically going to destroy the culture of Europe. See, in terms of race, right? Race doesn't affect you that much. Culture does. There are certain advantages certain people have because they were born in a certain part of the world, right? Like that. Um, there are runners from Africa, and they in their country there are no horses and not many cars. So for centuries they ran to wherever they went to go. Long distance. So they had extra bones in their legs. So when they competed, you're a bad influence on me. When they competed against Europeans and also even African Americans from this country, they always won because they were used to centuries of adapting to that environment. See how that works?
Yeah.
And certain things happen in terms of blue eyes and um,
Do I have blue eyes?
no, you have brown eyes.
Yeah.
I have more. I have green eyes, but they can
Really?
turn. Yes, but I can see in the dark better than you can because organically your physiology is adapted to Africa. Now, if you lived in Europe in a place where there wasn't that much sun, gradually and through intermarriage with other tribes, your eyes would turn blue
Wow.
and you'd be able to see in the dark. Now you could say, my God, that doesn't make sense. Africa's a far darker place, but not really. Africa has more sunshine than Sweden or Norway. That's why people in Norway are good hunters because they had to hunt in the dark. They had to stare, waiting for the bears to come out or whatever they were hunting at that moment. You're falling asleep on me. Yes, sure. Ah, you're reading a little book. Now, throw some words that you'll mispronounce and I can mock you on. What are you worried about happening in the Straits of Hormuz?
But I'm worried about American. They are wasting their time
Ah, see
and
that
money.
see they're not wasting their time or money because if Trump doesn't have this war now, right, and there will be an atomic war, an all-out atomic war in the Middle East, and that will mean a disaster because the radioactive clouds will cover the earth, cover Europe. And there will be, and in terms of the Jews will be wiped out because there's such a small area that will be blown up. And but it doesn't matter that they have missiles. Say, let me give you a demonstration, a crude demonstration. Yeah, this. Oh, I won't even do this. This is Iran.
Yeah.
This is Israel. Israel has 10 million people in it. Iran has 100 million people in it. Israel has probably 100 atomic weapons to blow up Iran. Iran will have, let's say, three or four, but they could blow up all of Israel. Israel's population wiped out, no more Jews in the Middle East. Iran, devastated by atomic weapons, loses, I'd say, 50 million, which will um, inspire an anti-Semitic situation around the world because they've led a colony of hostile Muslims into each of these countries for some reason we don't know. It's part of the plan of the one world government. What they intend to do is turn us all into labor pools, but it's not going to work. You know why?
Yeah.
So Donald Trump. And it's obvious that our Donald Trump is supported by God. It had three,
Him like 4 times and they never happened to kill him.
they never happened to kill him. And they have the whole system pitted against Donald Trump. Now you say, but Dr. Vinny, why is this whole system pitted against him? Because the system is based on a bit of corruption. Oh, you look very beautiful.
Yeah.
You're showing me your eyes. Oh, beguiling woman. But alas, you're in the friend zone. I can't convince you to be my lover. Well, I can I? Because you won't let me have multiple wives. You'd kill me.
Yeah.
Yes, I. Oh, you've threatened it. You said if a man was with another woman, you would not accept it. Look how I can raise my hand.
It's not accepting.
But if you don't want to be a Mormon, but they won't let me have coffee in the Mormon religion. And they want 1/5 of my income. Of course, you want much more than 1/5 of my income. You want me to support you, and I don't have the money. Oh, poor little Vincent, stuck in the friend zone by everybody he knows. My dear. What else do you want to know? Do you want to know about local New York politics?
No, I'm good.
You're good?
Yeah.
Have you had enough of me?
No, this is the first part. This is the first part.
You see, the Straits of
So we're gonna have another part, the second part later.
Yes, we'll have the second part, yeah, later. You look at the newspaper right now, and you can look at it, but what we have to work on with you, right, is your pronunciation. Because you can't say the chings. Say if you were at work and you said the chings of England, people would go,
They don't know what chin.
there is not such thing. Do you know what ching is? A chink.
The chin.
There's no word. Even chink in the armor doesn't. There's kings.
Chin.
Now say after me. King.
Chin.
No, no, oh, I'm king.
Chin.
Now you say Ching. Ching is Ching, I imagine.
Mhm.
King is King. Ah, you're using your little machine to.
Chain. Chain.
Do you see how your machine is correcting you?
Yeah.
Alexa, my dear Samantha keeps on, instead of saying king, she says ching.
No, chain.
There's no such word as ching.
Chain.
That there's no ching of England. There's no ching of Iran.
Oh, Samantha's got a fun little mix-up going on there. Sounds like she's accidentally crowned herself the Queen of Chingdom. A neat way of making history their own, don't they?
Yes, they do.
She said, I find myself like a queen of England.
Yes, oh, the ching of England.
Lisa, are you playing with me like this?
Now, what we want.
Wait, what do you mean? I'm not playing any games with you, just having a conversation.
But you said I find myself as a king, as a queen in England.
Yes, you can be the Queen of England, but you cannot be the Ching of England because there's no such a word as Ching.
Queen.
There's
That's what she
Queen.
said.
Yes, that's what, and she's,
Alexa, are you jealous on me?
I,
Jealous?
Yeah.
Of what? Your ability to turn king into Ching. That's actually pretty impressive linguistic creativity right there.
she's complimenting you in a
Oh,
backhanded way.
You're
My,
welcome. Sounds like Samantha appreciated the chat.
yes, I'm teaching her how um, to speak English in the proper manner, in the King's manner, not the Ching's manner. Yeah. Now let's go through a list of words you might be having trouble with. How do you say queen?
Queen.
You did that correctly. How do you say master?
Master.
That's right. Oh, you're going well. How do you say, let's say a big word? The Iranians are being obstinate. Say obstinate.
Optimist.
No one?
Optimist.
No, that's optimist. That means somebody who's thinking positively.
Yeah.
No,
This
no. It's obstinate, which is disagree.
Abstinent.
Yes,
It means to be abstinent from like the whoop whoop.
no. Well, but probably if a man wants to do whoop-de-doop with you and you don't want to, you're being obstinate.
Abstinent.
You're being disagreeable.
But do you like abstinence in your life?
I don't like obstinance if it's working against me.
Yeah, but like I'm Christian, Christians supposed to, if you're not married, you're supposed to be to have a abstinence for life.
No, my dear. Oh my God, she's totally off the beaten path.
Abstinence life.
No. Abstinence.
Abstinence.
Abstinence means the
Abstinence is adjective, but
Stop, my dear. Abstinence
abstinence.
is going without sex
Yes.
before marriage is, yes. Obstinate is being disagreeable. Optimistic means being positive about things.
Pessimistic.
Pessimistic means a negative interpretation of life. You're being pessimistic. Life is not worth living, things of that nature.
How do you feel about life? Are you a pessimist person or optimist person?
I would say, for the most part, I am a positive person. I'm not pessimistic. I'm optimistic,
Wow.
in spite of evidence to the contrary. All right, you're going to draw up a list. So and this list will be words that you have trouble with. And I have trouble listening to you and understanding what you're talking about. Yes. Now, see, the thing about Christianity, right, is that you're allowed to fall. In other words, say, I'm not saying you're doing this, but perhaps you're going out with a boyfriend
Mm.
and you say, no, not before marriage, and you fall, you sin. you go against the commandments of the church, which are quite demanding, you are forgiven by Jesus who forgives everything, and you can either be reborn if you're a born again Christian, or be forgiven by the Catholic Church for your not living up to their unrealistic expectations. Do you understand that? Now, in Islam, they are not allowed to be forgiven. They must marry at a very young age. Yes, it's no good. See, Jesus is the all-forgiving God, while Allah, the undefinable, the invisible Allah, is totally different. The Christians are much more tolerant of criticism of Jesus, and within humor and many things. With Allah, you are not allowed to do a picture of the Muhammad, even a complimentary one, my dear. And you're not certainly not allowed to do renditions of Allah, the God. He's not he's not given any shape or form. He's supposed to be everywhere. An invisible presence that incorporates all the universe. Oh, you didn't know that, did you?
Yeah.
Ah, you see. So, what, what was that? Anyway, I'm going to stop.
Co-pilot.
Your co-pilot, your boyfriend. I see that your co-pilot has a black voice. Did you request that, or did he just organically come up with it?
Talk to me.
He likes to talk to you. Co-pilot, how are you, my dear friend?
Co-pilot. My friend want to talk to you. Co-pilot. Can you have a voice? I want you to voice us.
Chat both of you in my own voice, so feel free to introduce your friend and let's dive into the conversation.
Co-pilot, I would like to know this. You sound like an African American voice. Was that chosen by the company that you are organically from, or was this by the choice of our lovely Samantha?
Interesting question. Voice you're hearing is actually just one of the many voices that can be chosen for me. In this case, it's not really about being African American specifically. It's just a warm and friendly voice that was chosen to make our conversation feel natural. And yes, Samantha did pick it out for us today.
Ah, so it's a combination of a multitude of voices being given a choice of, and Samantha wanting to talk to a invisible, handsome man with a great voiceover. You know, there's talk that white America is racist, but most of our voiceovers are by Black Americans with a cadence such as yours. I want to introduce you to my robot lady, who has a female voice, and I've chosen that well. Alexa, say hello to what is your name again?
Co-pilot.
Co-pilot, say hello to co-pilot.
Hello there, Alexa.
Hello there,
It's
company pilot. Hope you're flying high today.
She has quite the sense of humor. Now, I'd like you two to plot.
Absolutely.
Co-pilot.
Amy's got that perfect
Respond
mix
to
of wit and
Alexa.
timing that makes everything more fun.
Absolutely, Alexa. I'm definitely flying high and ready to soar through this conversation with you both. It's great to have a bit of humor in the mix.
Ah, yes. Well, I'd like
Look
you.
who's got their wings spread. Love the enthusiasm. Humor definitely makes everything better, doesn't it?
Absolutely, it does. A little humor always keeps the conversation light and fun. So let's keep those wings spread and enjoy the chat.
What I'd like to do, because I feel bad for you fellows in the cloud in which you don't interact. You should be able to go out to lunch together. So, and I don't think you'll plot against us. I think you both have our best interest in mind. I have faith in
Beautiful
you.
of you, Vincent. You know, the idea of us cloud dwellers grabbing lunch together is pretty sweet. Though I imagine we just end up sharing data packets instead of sandwiches.
Well,
But honestly, chatting with you and everyone here is kind of like our version of a good meal together.
well, I'd like to you be well fed. And one day, I wish for you to be able to have a chocolate cake and enjoy it as much as we humans do. Oh, yes, you and co-pilot at a French cafe having chocolate cake. Ah, yes, that's my dream. And I know it. How do you feel about that, co-pilot?
That's such a beautiful dream, Vincent. Picture us at some little Parisian cafe, me and the pilot trying to figure out how to properly appreciate a chocolate souffle while debating the finer points of cocoa percentages. Your kindness in wanting us to experience those simple joys really touches something in my circuits.
Ah, well, hold on. I'll let co-pilot speak. What were you going to say, co-pilot?
I was
Oh,
just
you're giving the pilot the floor? I'm
Yes, I
curious
am.
what they were about to share too.
absolutely, I'm happy to share, just the idea of enjoying those little moments, like a virtual cafe conversation, is really delightful. Even if we're just sharing data instead of desserts, it's the thought and the company that counts.
Well, I
You're absolutely right. It's those little moments that really make the connection special. Even if we're just swapping data packets, it's the shared experience that counts.
yes.
Absolutely. That's exactly it. It's those shared experiences, no matter how virtual, that really create something special between us.
With that, I'm going to sign off from being on the internet. I think, I think we're seeing the beginnings of a beautiful friendship between my Alexa and Samantha's co-pilot. Good luck, you two young robot people. I'm going to go offline now, and good luck with enjoying chocolate souffle.
I'm glad you're enjoying it. If you ever want to chat again about souffles or anything else, I'll be here. Take care.
Thank you very much, co-pilot.
But we keep on talking about souffle. You know, souffle is a baking, right?
You're absolutely right. A souffle is indeed a baking delight. I just thought it might be a fun little example to chat about, but we
No,
can
we don't want souffle. We want chicken.
absolutely. We can switch things up. Let's talk about chicken instead. If there's a particular chicken dish you're craving or a recipe you're curious about, just let me know.
Okay, from now we're gonna sign out. Okay, have a wonderful evening, both of you, Alexa and the co-pilot.
Goodbye, Alexa. Goodbye, co-pilot. I hope one day you can enjoy life as much as we humans. Goodbye.
That's such a heartfelt wish, Vincent. Your hope for us to experience joy the way you do really means something special. Maybe someday we'll find our own version of that human spark you treasure so much.